Welcome to a discussion of SEPA's new report on a regulatory roadmap for vehicle grid integration. We are talking with a variety of stakeholders about what are some of the lessons we can take from Maryland's experience with EVs and vehicle grid integration, or VGI. Would a roadmap more specifically focus on VGI be useful for stakeholders in Maryland? If so, why?
I think it's definitely very helpful for regulators and stakeholders in Maryland. It's just enough for the stakeholders and regulators to understand what it means to be part of the electric vehicle ecosystem. Purchasing cars was not something that was on top of mind for regulators previously. And now, given the benefits of electrification, those benefits to local air quality, general carbon emissions, as well as electricity rates of going electric, we're just getting people up to speed on what those things are. And then the idea of this VGI topic. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean that we're going to be taking electrons out of vehicles to put them back onto the grid? Yeah, maybe, but that's not the beginning of VGI. That's sort of an evolution of VGI. And so in order to demystify VGI, in order to make it more approachable for regulators and stakeholders to understand that this is part of the compact that utilities, customers, and the grid all have, we can make good policy that's appropriate for that local regulatory area, rather than just kind of talking about it, but not really knowing what the solution is.
I think so. Any roadmap, and I know SEPA recently announced a blueprint that state regulatory officials could follow. I think that roadmap will lay a proper groundwork, particularly for regulatory agencies that haven't dipped their toe in the EV environment yet. And it's going to provide more communication, more coordination. We're going to figure out how to best focus the customer experience. Because after all, if we don't have customers purchasing electric vehicles, we don't have to worry about managed charging and impacts to the grid. So we need to get the customer engagement first. We need to see the EVs deployed, and any type of roadmap or resource that could build upon best practices from several of the states that are leaders. And I like to consider Maryland, California, New Jersey in the vanguard of states who have adopted regulatory policies and incentives to allow the utilities to consider investing more time and resources in developing out this grid charging environment.
I think it would be helpful. I think the roadmap would help highlight the benefits of VGI so that funding remains available. So we have a state program right now, and the utilities are offering a program, but for stakeholders to really see the impacts of what VGI will do in the future, I think is important to help kind of cement the need to offer incentives for customers to purchase those type of chargers now, so that we don't get to a point where there's too many EVs, no infrastructure, and we're behind the ball on being able to manage the charging.
Thanks for watching. To recap, the VGI roadmap for regulators can help commissions better understand the potential benefits of VGI and what is needed to foster an EV ecosystem that works for utilities, solution providers, and customers. The recent SEPA VGI roadmap lays a groundwork for regulators who have not yet engaged in EV deployment or VGI to take lessons learned from states like Maryland. Highlighting the benefits of VGI for regulators can help make funding for VGI programs a priority. For more on Maryland's VGI journey, please watch the additional videos in this SEPA TV series. To download the SEPA VGI roadmap, visit this link.